Greetings fellow gamers, I'm the Soulsborne Seeker and I'm back with a new video showcasing 15 upcoming indie Metroidvania games you probably haven't heard of, expected to release sometime in 2024 or later. Before we start, as always, a kind reminder to please consider subscribing to the channel if you end up enjoying this content, since it will help me reach even more people and spread the knowledge far and wide. And now, without further ado, let's dive into it. We begin our journey with About Cannons and Sparrows, a Metroidvania adventure with perhaps one of the most unique protagonists ever seen in the genre. Somewhere in a vast forest, an egg cracks open and hatches a small cannon. Unaware of its ability to shoot, as well as its very nature and purpose, the newborn cannon embarks on a journey across the woods that will bring it face to face with the abominable machines created by an unknown malevolent force hell-bent on domination. About Cannons and Sparrows combines challenging fighting, ingenious puzzle solving, and intense platforming to provide a unique experience across 4 diverse biomes in which danger lurks around every corner. Interestingly enough, given that our little hero is unaware of his potential to shoot, you will have to largely rely on close quarters combat to dispose of your enemies. Of special note here are the game's imposing bosses, which will require fast reflexes and pattern recognition in order for you to bring them down. About Cannons and Sparrows has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Next comes Akari, the Five-Eyed Fox, a fast-paced Metroidvania game with a strong emphasis on momentum. Here you take on the role of the titular fox, whose once peaceful realm has been invaded by an army of darkness that drove its tribe away and left him for dead. However, instead of the underworld, he awakens devoid of his memories in a dreamlike realm where he meets Leora, the goddess of light, who grants him a piece of her power and gives him a second chance to save his world, in the process remembering who he truly is. The game features intensely frenetic combat and platforming in which you dash, jump, and climb like the wind while slashing your way through your enemies. It also boasts a variety of collectibles to discover, including certain shards that allow you to upgrade your abilities, as well as gate fragments that are necessary to activate portals that will lead you to new biomes. Akari the Five-Eyed Fox has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Following, we have Anatine, a Metroidvania title that places huge focus on music. The land of Avernus is being ravaged by demons, undead creatures, and all sorts of hostile abominations that are laying siege on the living. You brandish the blade and flute of Duckboy, an anthropomorphic duck who must use everything at his disposal to push back the darkness by fighting against powerful monsters known as the Eidolons, and free the land of their reign of terror. The undoubtedly standout aspect of Anatine is the aforementioned flute, a magical artifact that allows Duckboy to play tunes capable of summoning ancient magic, which will be relevant to both combat and exploration, similar to the way Metroidvanias utilize abilities. Part of the game's charm will be for you to figure out which of the melodies you obtain must be used on the various points of interest that exist across the map, with different tunes having different effects on the landscape, such as opening up new areas or restoring dead things back to life, as well as summoning powerful energy to help deal with your foes. Aside from the flute, of importance will also be the various weapons and accessories you will discover all over Avernus, which will allow you to tailor your approach to battle as you see fit. Anatine has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Moving on, there's Beyond the Ice Palace 2, a Metroidvania that acts as a sequel to the first Beyond the Ice Palace that came out in the distant year of 1988. You are the Cursed King, a powerful ruler who breaks his chains of captivity and embarks on a quest for vengeance against those who stole his throne. To do that, you will have to traverse the perilous lands of your world in search of the scattered fragments of artifacts known as the Celestial Arrows, which will allow you to lift your curse and reclaim the power that is rightfully yours. Ironically, the chains that once held you down are now your most deadly weapon, which you'll use skillfully in order to rip and tear through those unfortunate enough to come across your path, as well as to traverse challenging platforming segments by using them, for example, like a rope to dangle across chasms. Your journey will also be filled with many secret areas to uncover that will contain items which will allow you to strategically upgrade your skills and abilities based on your preferred mode of approach to combat and exploration. Special note should definitely be given to the game's massive bosses, which will test your reflexes and strategic positioning to their limit. Beyond the Ice Palace 2 has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC, PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, as well as the Xbox Series X and Series S. Farther down the path we have Bleeding Deities, a Metroidvania game that draws influence from Mayan lore and traditions. The game's world is one where all deities thirst for blood, which is provided in the form of countless sacrifices by the ruthless Teot tribe, who constantly hunt communities for more people to offer to the gods. You step into the sandals of Kanek, whose peaceful village is the latest to fall prey to them, resulting in your brothers being captured. With the help of a mysterious mythical entity known as the Master, Kanek goes on the hunt to rescue his people and put an end to the terror of the Teot tribe once and for all. Your path will definitely not be an easy one, since you will have to travel across areas under the rule of different hostile tribes and defeat the deity looming over them in order to become more powerful by gaining new abilities that will help with combat and exploration. Very fittingly, blood will also play a very important role in your quest, since it will be used as currency for you to upgrade your equipment and statistics. Bleeding Deities has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Going onwards, there is Felampire the Ascension, a Metroidvania adventure boasting a beautiful hand-drawn art style. The realm of Raoa is a magical world where all of its denizens live in peace under the watchful eye of their benevolent pantheon. That's until a seed of corruption takes root among the deities, tilting the balance of the land and bringing about pain and suffering through endless war. You embody Hira, a boy whose mysterious past could make him the last hope of Raoa's salvation. The game features a massive, colorful, interconnected world to explore, full of puzzles to solve, secrets to uncover, enemies to beat, and allies to forge relationships with, which will also be an important gameplay system since cultivating relationships with characters you meet will also lead to the acquisition of new abilities. Of important note here is the fact that Felampire will also incorporate a choice system which will impact the realm around you, meaning that Raoa will evolve based on decisions you will make on your journey. There's also a small aspect of coziness thrown into the mix, since you will be able to customize and personalize the temple that will function as your base in the world. Felampire the Ascension has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Continuing our voyage, there's Felampire, another Metroidvania title in this list that features a unique protagonist. Here you get to traverse the dark world of Ethermare as a vampire cat, navigating dark crypts and long-forgotten ruins as you try to piece together your origins. Your vampiric nature is more than a gimmick, granting you mystical abilities, many of which you will have to absorb from defeating foreboding bosses that you'll clash against on your search for answers. Interestingly enough, the game will also incorporate a morality system which will allow you to make decisions and choose sides, all of which will have an impact on the way that the story unfolds, as their consequences will be felt across the kingdom itself and will eventually determine its fate. Felampire is expected to come out sometime in the first quarter of 2025 and has been confirmed for PC. Coming up next, we have Garden of Aiden, a Metroidvania game incorporating elements from the fantasy and science fiction genres. During an unspecified time, humanity sent a collective AI to an unknown planet in order to terraform it in preparation for the arrival of humans, eventually named New Aiden. Centuries passed and the idea of humans became a myth as the AI continued to evolve, creating a world that fused nature with technology. You are Aiden, a small AI birthed by the collective, who goes on a journey to explore this planet and uncover the forgotten tales of humanity while clashing against Discord, a rogue AI that threatens to throw New Aiden off balance. To do that, you will have to defeat the corrupted keepers across the 5 unique biomes of the world, using diverse abilities to explore every nook and cranny in an effort to discover every secret this place has to offer. Garden of Aiden is expected to come out on the 15th of May 2026 and has been confirmed for PC. A bit beyond, there's Howling Irons, a Metroidvania with a Wild West theme. You don the cowboy hat of Cade Black, an infamous gunslinger in the American Midwest during the 19th century, who is betrayed and murdered under mysterious circumstances, leading to his soul ending up in hell, also known as Tartarus, due to his way of life. To his misfortune, his wife and daughter end up perishing as well, filling him with intense rage and the need for vengeance. Taking advantage of his state of mind, an unknown force promises to help the souls of his family and give him freedom from the shackles of the underworld if he helps fight against a conspiracy that's threatening Tartarus, an offer that Cade reluctantly accepts. Howling Irons places a lot of emphasis on ranged combat, with your dual revolvers doing most of the talking as they fill the demonic entities of the underworld with lead. It also strongly encourages exploration, since the discovery of secret areas can yield useful items and material that will improve your combat capabilities. More specifically, you'll be able to wear a total of 10 different rings, 5 on each hand, that will independently affect the behavior of your weapons, leading to many creative synergies you will be able to uncover as you experiment with different ring combinations. Howling Irons has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Over yonder we find Layers Deep, a Metroidvania game boasting a southern gothic element. You sprout out of the cold autumn dirt in the form of a young onion who needs to find his way to the surface as the world around him begins to fall into ruin. To do that, you will have to make use of a variety of different abilities that will help you explore this dense realm and access new areas, as well as fight against its numerous and unexpected dangers. Layers Deep has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Onward, there's Overbowed, a Metroidvania adventure that harkens back to the nostalgic visuals and music of the Nintendo Game Boy. Somewhere far away, there is a kingdom on the sea, which has been overrun by the evil magic of the Dark Sorcerer, making it a hollow shell of its former self. You arrive at the shores of this land armed with a bow and suffering a lack of memory, but with a clear purpose in mind. Explore the once radiant kingdom and destroy the dark creatures that have their clutches buried in it. Overbowed boasts a vast interconnected world to explore, full of platforming challenges, collectible items and fluid combat, all of which will be scattered across a variety of different biomes, including derelict city ruins, sprawling caverns and flooded dungeons, among others. With graphics and tunes reminiscent of games from the early 90s, Overbowed is promising to become a wistful experience for older gamers, as well as a fun Metroidvania game for everyone who enjoys the genre. Overbowed is expected to come out on the 31st of May 2024 and has been confirmed for PC.
The king of Dungeloria has immersed himself in video games, forgetting his duty to his country. The court.
Then comes Quest of Dungeloria, a Metroidvania title that takes inspiration from classic point-and-click adventure games. The king of Dungeloria has immersed himself in video games, completely forgetting his duty to his kingdom and people. Taking advantage of his lack of focus, his mage counselors start focusing on pleasing the rich nobility, completely ignoring the rest of the citizens who suffer in poverty and hunger. You are the adventurer, an opportunist who arrives in this land in search of wealth and fame, and finds himself drawn into the tragedy of the unfortunate population. Quest of Dungeloria places a lot of weight on its narrative, featuring multiple endings based on the choices you make along the way. It also takes an interesting approach to puzzle solving, which will require of you to find certain items to overcome conundrums, as well as talk to NPCs to discover clues that will help you move forward. Quest of Dungeloria has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC.
Explore dark caves. Discover secret places. Talk to the inhabitants in the quest of Dungeloria.
Third from the end we have SAK'D, a Metroidvania game with strong RPG elements. The realm of dreams is plunged into chaos when strange portals unleash eldritch horrors on the land. You step up to the challenge as SAK'D, a pillow brought to life, destined to restore peace to the once magical world. While SAK'D begins his adventure by only using his fists, he will eventually gather a large collection of both weapons and elemental magic to utilize not only against his enemies, but also to overcome platforming obstacles and discover hidden secrets. With the game boasting more than 150 enemies to fight, including 17 mini-bosses and another 17 epically monstrous ones, it is safe to say that SAK'D has his work cut out for him when it comes to saving the realm of dreams. The RPG elements come into play in the form of items you will be able to discover on your journey, which will unlock special abilities for you, some aimed toward combat while others on exploration. I do wish to mention that as of the time of this video's release, SAK'D has an active Kickstarter running, the link of which I will include in the description for anyone wishing to support the game. SAK'D has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC, Steam Deck, PS5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox, as well as Android and iOS devices. Nearing the finale, there is Weefager, a Metroidvania title with a very cozy presentation. Here you'll take control of a small pink blob creature as you embark on a journey of exploration across a planet known as Weefager. The intensely interesting element of this game lies in the power our pink protagonist has to control an element known as ether, a mysterious liquid that grants control over the souls of your enemies. By using said liquid on your foes, you capture their souls and make them allies that will help you on your adventure. However, an even more exciting aspect of this power is that you can proceed to imbue inanimate objects with the captured souls, transforming them into new versions of themselves based on the nature of the soul. For example, if you have seized the soul of a ranged shooter foe and you infuse it into a rock, said rock will transform into a turret that will attack your enemies. Weefager places a lot of emphasis on exploration and the synergy between your use of ether and the infusing of souls in order to create an exciting and dynamic experience. Weefager has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Finally, we have Xanthiom 2, a science fiction Metroidvania and the sequel to the critically acclaimed Xanthiom 0 that released back in the summer of 2023. Armed with the blaster of the battle-hardened Captain Grisham, you'll have to explore a hostile planet as well as what remains of Earth after humanity's last war. This journey will bring you face to face with many challenges, including deadly enemies that range from sentient war machines to biological experiments gone wrong. Xanthiom 2 will feature 8 different biomes to explore, as well as numerous items and abilities to discover. discover. It should be pointed out that Xanthiom 2 will come pre-packaged with a remake of Xanthiom 0, its prequel, meaning that those who didn't get the chance to enjoy the first game will now be able to do so in this improved version of the title, called Xanthiom 0 Resimulated. Xanthiom 2 has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. What did you think of these games? Did you already know about them? Are you planning to try any of them out? Let me know in the comments below and feel free to point out any obscure titles you may have come across. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, Soulsborne Seeker out!